spread rumors for confusion. Oh no, don't take them on. Just be trusted and don't think nothing. Try and understand. I'll never do you no wrong. Darling, you are never deceived. There is no need to disbelieve. Keep your trust and your faith in me, and I promise you there'll be no infidelity. The lady you saw me with the other night.
99.9 GFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All righty, so the time here in SVG, it is 7:46, and usually at this time we're supposed to be receiving a call from Mr. Kingsley Defreitas for him to provide us with his commentary for today. So we're just going to give him 10 seconds because normally he would have already called, but let's just give him 10 seconds to see if he does so, and if not, then we will proceed with another topic. Hey, right on time and morning.
Yeah, morning. As I call, I'm at the international airport. You know, in a couple of days, we'll be celebrating 8 years of the operation at the international airport at AIA. And I have observed that there are transformation taking place in Sylvester and Gurney because of the building of the airport. Well, you know that Standard is taking advantage of that, and it's the infrastructure lend to supporting the issue of standards. We have the new hotel at Diamond. We have the improved structure constantly from Beachcombers and Maya Suites and other hotels and guest houses. And there are people who have negative coloration about the airport. It has, I try to check them on mornings and afternoon especially. It's have over 350 persons gain to the employer airport, and you hear people supporting the entity will say nothing happened since for the last 23 years. And infrastructure at the airport is making an impact on the landscape. The tourism industry, according to Dr. Friday, who is the shadow minister from the NDP side, is saying that the tourism sector has shown tremendous growth. And that is true. And that is not because of anything else. I think it's because of the airport. The airport has created the impact for people to invest. You may say, speak about investment. It has a thing they put in place recently where the government decided to make duty-free access to taxi drivers and small tour operators. I have not taken advantage of it because I'm not in a financial position to that, because whether you get in 100% or not, you have to still find some money to pay port dues and things like that. But we will get there one of these days. But I'm just saying that on this anniversary of the operation of the Agad Airport, I hope that the individual institutions will forget about the initials and support the airport. The airport is an important infrastructure to the development of Sylvester and Gurney. You and I may not live to see a profit, but it will continue to build. And I hear the Prime Minister saying that we have just about $200 million to pay off our money that we owe. That really caught me, because I can remember the then Senator Francis, who's Minister of Communication and Work, said, when the airport done at Argyle, we will owe a cent. Well, that was just being political mischievous by Senator Francis at the time. But for what it was, the airport is here, and I'm encouraging forces to show the support to the government. And let me tell you something, what I do every Wednesday. Every time I fly land down from an international day, I say to people in the loudest of my voice, thank God for I've gone to, because if it was him, this infrastructure would not have been here today. And as I'm speaking to you, a flight just came from New York. They call it the red eye. It goes down to Trinidad and it comes here. And it leads from here straight to JFK. That is an infrastructure that is developing. And I'm hoping that Vincent, regardless of how you feel about the ULP, hey, support the airport. And they go saying, well, you bias because the airport is alive. Airport is alive. I'm proud to say that. And thanks for having me on. All. Have a great day, okay?
All right, you as well, Kingsley. Thanks. All right. All right, so that was today's commentary with Kingsley Defreitas, and he was speaking on the impact of the AIA and its contribution to our national development. Any thoughts, Dianna?
I don't really have much thoughts on this one, but I mean, I am going to take Kingsley's word for it, because he's, he walks out there and talking about how much it has improved certain things here. So, Kingsley, I'll go with you on that one, and definitely commend the government for, taking on that project. That's really all I could say about it. I really don't have much to say. I commend them for taking on the project. I'm glad that we have the airport. It's doing what it is supposed to do. I mean, yeah, and really, that's it.
All right.
Honestly, that's it.
All right, so I do know that initially when the plans were on the way for the airport to be constructed, or even during construction, there were many persons who were still not quite sure of it, many persons who are against it. But, as with anything else in life, you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Mm-hmm. And this was one of those decisions where you would not have known what the outcome was going to be unless it was done. All right. So for those persons who may have been unsure, just like a risk with business or even risk with life, different decisions that you would make, you're not quite sure of how things are going to turn out unless you actually give it a try. And what we're seeing here is that with the building of the airport, that yes, we have more flights coming in. It's a lot easier for persons to access St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And then we see that the spill-off effects, not just employment, but we also see that there are other national developments happening in terms of like more hotels, etc., being built here, and more persons becoming aware of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a tourism product and as a tourism destination. So on Friday, yes, Kingsley is correct, 14th of February, the airport will be celebrating its 8th anniversary. So, so Kingsley did say hats off. Well, I don't think he said hats off, but commendations to the PM for that, But the thing of it is that we are hoping that with anybody elected as Prime Minister of a country, especially Prime Minister of a country for several years, and let me just say decades right now, the thing of it is that we are expecting, if you've had such a very long stretch, that there are going to be significant projects that are going to aid in our economic, social, etc. development as a nation. So it's hats off to the government and the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because remember, we also had to pay for it. So yeah. All right. All right. So in other information, and speaking of the PM, just an article that we came across here yesterday on Asbot News Network. So PM Gonsalves confident of 6-term victory and confirms 6 new ULP candidates for the next elections. So Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, leader of the ULP, has expressed strong confidence in securing a 6th consecutive term in office. In an interview, all right. In a recent interview with ANN, he highlighted several key projects that he believes will resonate with voters, including the acute referral hospital, the modern port development, new clinics, major road repairs, sea defenses, and his government's works over the past 25 years. So it's interesting the airport wasn't mentioned in that, but I guess it's new things coming are happening at this time, right? So he emphasized that these initiatives demonstrate the ULP's commitment to advancing the nation's infrastructure and healthcare services. Continuing, not going to read the whole thing, but Dr. Gonsalves announced the strategic refresh of the party's slate of candidates, introducing 6 new individuals for the upcoming election. The new candidates will represent constituencies in West Kingstown, South Leeward, North Windward, Central Kingstown, South Windward, and the Southern Grenadines. All right. He specifically mentioned the selection process in South Leeward, where Mr. Grenville Williams is expected to receive overwhelming support from the constituency council as he faces no challenges. All right. So Dr. Gonsalves slated, look at Grace, Kisal, and Grenville. Any political party in the Caribbean and the USA and the British Parliament would love to have them. All right. That's not the PM's voice. That's just me. Right. So this statement underscores his confidence in the team's ability to effectively represent and serve their constituencies. So
interesting. They're going for the 6th term. And they have 6 new candidates. Hey,
so now I wonder what if the election day was it dated. Let me see what's December 6th. Let me see if it's either December 6th or November 6th, right? Not saying that I know anything about this, but yeah, maybe the PM might be looking to play on the number 6. Hi, caller. Good morning. Oh, gone. All right. So yes, we see that. So I do know that I did express before. I think when P. John had called out several persons, and I said, well, I'm not hearing anybody there for South Leeward. So now it's been confirmed that more than likely Mr. Grenville Williams will be the candidate for the South Leeward seats. But we are awaiting confirmation on several other seats as well. So it will be interesting. It will be an interesting election. But am I looking forward to this, especially being a radio announcer? I'm not even sure. I don't know, folks. I don't know. But
I am sort of looking forward to hearing from the new parties. I want to see if they're really, really coming into this thing in the way they say that they're coming into this thing. You know, they're a bit quieter than the others, I should say.
The UP side, you mean the new candidates?
The new parties, the NLM and UPP, yes, and the independents. So what happened?
You see, okay, so I get you, Dianna. I understand that you want to hear a lot more from the new emerging parties. But remember, they don't necessarily have, they're going to have to work maybe 6 times as hard. Right? They're going to have to work 6 times as hard to canvas support and to canvas. I'm not discrediting them in any way, but it is going to be a bit more of a challenge for them.
Well, that I see. I want to see them with the things. I see Mark and them have some things they plan. Anyway, good morning, caller.
Good morning, Dianna. I was hoping to hear your name on that list of throwing your head wrap in the political ring.
Head wrap, oh jeez. Not even she head wrap. Oh my.
Oh Joshua.
Well, normally they say hat, but she's not wearing a hat. She's wearing a hat. Yeah, we have our elections coming up on the 17th of this month in Bermuda. So it's the political atmosphere is really, really tense. That's when you see all the politicians crawling out of the woodworks, coming knocking on your door. You don't see them for 4 years, but you see them on the road, they interact and so on, but they wouldn't come to your house. Yeah. If you guys would permit me, we talk about crime all the time. I'd just like to share, it might take maybe 2.5 minutes, my ordeal on Monday. I was actually robbed. And we talk a lot about lack of jobs and so on, why people commit crime. Now, there are people who are not wealthy in Bermuda, like myself. But there are also the ones who are out there who would be willing to take it from you, whether you have it or not. And it was one of the scariest encounters I've ever had in life. There's a little area just about 2 minutes away from our home. I call it the Valley of the Shadow of Death, because that's exactly what it is. But I was never afraid. And when I was robbed on Monday, the guy, he basically was caging me out. And when he grabbed onto my chain, which I wear all the time, I've been wearing it for 40 years, he demanded everything. He said, give me everything, give me your phone, give me everything. I looked at him from the time he mentioned my phone. And you guys know I'm a fornicator, right? Ain't nobody going to touch my phone. I pointed the phone at him. I said, listen, sir, take whatever you want, but my son is watching you. And from the time I said that, he just grabbed the last chain, and ran off. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how I thought of that, from the time these guys are cowards. And the only injury I have is, like soreness around my neck where he grabbed it because one chain is very thick. And my chest where he grabbed, so there's some soreness there, but outside of that, I'm all right. And those things have a sentimental value. And the wonderful thing about Bermuda, the Bermuda Police Service, they circulated pictures to all the pawn shops. And I went to Hamilton yesterday, and everybody and the auntie stopping me, showing me the short video. Look, Josh, we're looking out for you. We got your back. So I'm just thankful this morning that I could share this story. And if you ever robbed, try not to put up a resistance because those idiots would take what they want anyway. Try to be calm, cool, and collective, and pray. Mm-hmm. So you guys have a great day anyway. But Dianna, it's not too late. You could still show up as emergency candidate.
She advocating so much for these other parties. She should join one of them. Huh?
She got my vote. She has my vote. And I'm sure she has Dave's vote as well.
Joshua, behave yourself.
All right. Well, before you go though, Joshua, it's unfortunate to hear of what happened to you, but I do appreciate the advice that you left there at the end in terms of if you are ever robbed, don't put up the resistance, right? A lot of the things that we have can be replaced, even though, yes, they have sentimental value, they can be replaced, but your life is more important than the things that the material things that you're trying to hold on to. So we're happy that you're right, because you're shaken, but you're still okay.
That is what my wife said to me. I said, look, I've been wearing that thing for 40 years. I never took it off. She said, no problem. You're okay.
See why we like Yolan? Yes. Right. That's exactly why we like Yolan. All right, Joshua.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, so we are going to head out of this segment at this time, and we'll be back with more commentary after 8. Time here in SVG, it is 8:02, and our time check came to you with the compliments of New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact.